Alright, so welcome everybody back to ShakmGaming, Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, the Director's Cut. In the previous episode we visited Spain, where we recovered an important Templar artifact, which we are now going to use here in Montfaucon to uncover even more secrets. Let's get going. Maybe we should talk to the police officer first.
You're back.
Oui, I have returned.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see you back here again.
No? Well, it is a strange thing, but I am here on duty.
On duty? But you're just sitting there drinking wine.
No, I am not just drinking wine. I am undercover.
I must be missing something. You're in uniform.
Precisely, monsieur. My cover is that of an indolent, wine-guzzling police officer.
You've got me convinced.
Merci. But in reality, my every muscle is poised, every nerve honed. I am drawn tight, ready to pounce. Bang!
Who or what were you planning to pizzang on?
You must have heard, monsieur, of the terror that is gripping Paris.
You mean the killings? Oh, at last, someone's taken action.
People die every day. No, I am on the trail of Sewer Jacques.
Who?
Sewer Jacques, the terror of the subterranean city. He pops up here, he pops up there. The cops, they seek him everywhere. Is he so hush or beneath the neck? That damned elusive Sewer Jacques.
Bravo, that's very good.
Merci. I was up half the night writing that.
Who is this Sewer Jacques character anyway?
Ah, if we but knew that, we could have him in custody in an hour. But he is cunning to despoil the sewers of our fair city. He has committed many deceptions. He has pretended to be a police officer and deluded a poor war veteran.
Uh-oh.
He has pretended to be a jongleur
Wow, is that the time?
and an American tourist. What nationality are you, monsieur?
Canadian. Well, gotta go now. See ya. Well, it's not everyone who can say they started an urban myth.
Man, this guy is always fun to talk to. Alright though, let's get going now. Let's investigate. And we are inside the Templar Church. Let's see, what can we interact with?
I didn't have time to sit around.
Yep, that we agree on. Let's talk to the priest.
Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Sure, Father, go ahead. It is not my chalice anyway.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
And look around we will.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
Oh, is that Don Carlos? Have we actually found him? Let's use the lens if that's the case.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbus.
Hey,
3 lens elements need to be slid to the correct position within the circle so that when aligned, they create a clear image. Alright? I'm trying to align the base actually, that seems the easiest way to do this.
The distortions came sharply and broken. It was a Knight Templar burning at the stake. And below him a date in Roman numerals.
a Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Let me see. MCCCXIV. That's 1314.
Alright, I don't know what the significance is of that, but maybe the breeze does? Let's see.
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Well, you don't say, so we should go back and investigate that tomb then.
Boy, what a shine you got on this.
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
Alright, wrist actions aside, let's now move on to the tomb.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Right, let's go investigate the tomb then.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
Okay, puzzle time. A jumble of letters are carved onto the side of the knight's tomb. You must look for and highlight a number of biblical verse references comprising of the name of a book, followed by the chapter and verse in Latin numerals. Alright, let's see. Let's start by horizontally, I guess, then we go to vertically. Alright, so what is this? Psalms? Yeah, that should be it. Psalms 22 plus 21.
Psalms 22:21. Not much to go on, but it must have meant something. If I examined the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Oh, here's another one. Psalms 32 plus 7.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers refer to a chapter and a verse in the Bible.
Now this could be something. John 4 plus 11. No, it doesn't look like much, but let's try it.
John 4:11.
Now how about this? Corinthians 1 to 4 plus 5? I don't know, the entire line maybe?
Corinthians 14:5. There were no more references to find, but a series of Roman numerals ran around the plaque. I made a note in case they meant something.
Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more, Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Alright, so we've asked everything we can. We investigated all the places. I think what we need is more information about the psalms and the things we found out. Let's go ask maybe the professor of archaeology, that Lobino guy. Hopefully he's here. Yes, he is. Let's see if we get anything out of him.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin.
In accidenta sita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map. While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
A bit over the top, isn't Andre here?
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Alright, so I guess we got a new location. Let's go check it out. Let's see the statue of Baphomet. Alright, here it is. Alright, doesn't look like much. There's a guy painting here. Let's talk to him first.
Excuse me, could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
You're very good at that as well.
Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
Ah, nice. Instead of Vive la France.
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too.
Oh man, I know this is kind of racist, but I love how they paint the French as being lazy. And they're probably not, but you know, it's just in good fun, I guess.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
You don't say.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though, I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, moving on then.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Oh, so the killer was here. Interesting. Or dangerous.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane. A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
I can't say that I'm shocked.
Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
Okay, fair point.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
And after that pleasant conversation, let's head in. Oh, I'm betting that is a guard we have to get past somehow.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui,
So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
no.
Oh, so he has and he's not supposed to talk about it? The plot thickens.
Look, a tissue stained with grease paint.
Ah, just what I've always wanted. If you give me that, you can enter through the door.
Really?
Of course not. What would I want with an old tissue?
Oh man, stop messing with me.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
Wow, worst excuse ever. Way to go, George.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, let's see if we can find a way past him.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
George, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
George, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I'm on my own.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Alright, maybe let's talk to him again. Let's see if we have any new conversation topics.
Hi again.
What is it?
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Well, that was surprisingly easy.
The door was locked.
Yes, George, that's why you got the key, man. Jesus. Alright, what is so interesting about this toilet? Let's see. Soap? Oh, interesting. We could do impressions of things on a soap. That's usually what it's used for in video games.
Oh, boy. Dirty soap. How do they do that?
That is actually one of the historically unanswered questions. How can a soap get dirty? Can I maybe use a key on it? Do I have to imprint it for some reason? Maybe we need to come here when the guard isn't looking.
Perhaps I could make a copy of the key.
Well, what do you know? I got it right.
The key had made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of soap had the imprint of a key in it.
Well, now, how do we make a key out of it, though? Oh, hold on a second. Is this why I've been holding this plaster like all game long?
I knew keeping that plaster was a good idea.
Ha! Knew it.
With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
Now I'll probably need to get this wet in order for it to take form.
You can't make a cast without wetting the plaster. But wet plaster alone does not make a cast.
Well, I could dry it.
I used the dryer to speed up the process. Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key, way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Oh, I know what you mean, George. Let's use the tissue on the key to make it look like a real one.
Maybe not.
Oh, come on. Well, if that doesn't work, maybe the paint bucket outside will. That means I'll have to give the original key back, though. Alright, I guess we cannot give these, because these do not look convincing yet. Let's give the originals back.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Now let's go outside and try and improve the other keys.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So can I do it while he's looking is the question.
Hey, monsieur, get away from my paint pot.
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah.
Alright, so now I need to distract two people? Oh, damn. Okay, maybe now is the time to call Nico. Maybe she can distract this guy.
Collard.
Hello, Nico. It's me.
Hi, George. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me in.
Damn. We need to know what's in there.
Don't worry. I've got a scheme. I'm going to need your help, though.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Alright then. Let's go get him. I'm sure he'll be excited to talk to any woman.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You got a phone call.
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Oh, you easily fooled. Right, and now finally, me and the paint bucket, alone.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely, and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Well, I can't do anything about that. Let's hope it works.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
Why, abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Well, I guess Nico did her part. Now let's do our own. The keys, please.
Hi again.
What is it?
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key. It looked okay, but felt false.
Okay, maybe now the guard will accept the key. Let's see.
I couldn't give him the keys. The false key looked pretty convincing, but it felt exactly like what it was. Painted plaster. He was bound to detect it.
Oh, hold on. Idea. Man, am I a fool. He talked about having gloves that he could put on. If he puts on gloves, then he will not feel that this key is a plaster key, right? So maybe let's turn the heat down. Can I? Put on your gloves, please. Come on.
I turned the heating off. As I'd hoped, the guard put his gloves on.
Yes, now let's give him the fake key.
Hi again.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
And it worked.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, now how the hell am I supposed to get this guy away, though? It's still a question. Let's call Nico. Maybe she can distract him as well.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you. It's the phone.
Yeah, who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Don't me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Although I am enjoying this show, we have to go. Alright, now, can we get in?
The door was locked.
Yes, but we have the keys. Excellent. Now, what is this place? Ooh, something like an ancient totem down here.
There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side.
Alright, so what do we have that could be placed there? Like, what is important? I guess only the chalice would qualify, right? Let's see. Oh, okay.
There it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church.
Wow, that was... Alright, impressive. Nice thinking, Mr. Templars. Back in Nico's apartment.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
And that concludes this episode. How are you guys enjoying these old school series so far? Let me know down in the comments. In the next episode, we'll go back to Spain to see what other secrets we can unearth there. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell button if you do not want to miss that. See you around, guys.